Hi, and welcome to week 4 of the Global Classroom. This week we'll be looking at UX and design. I have to give a disclaimer beforehand, I'm not a designer, but I presume neither are you, so I think that's a good mix. In some way, everyone's a designer, especially if you're working with web and web development. There are always little things that you'll want to change based on the theme that you're using for your WordPress website. You'll want to make the best looking website possible, and so it's important that you have at least a little bit of understanding about what design is and have a few concepts in mind when you're busy with your website. So on the first day we'll just give a brief introduction on what design and UX is, and then the next few days we'll go into detail a bit more on those things. First, UX. UX simply stands for user experience, or how to give visitors an amazing experience on your website. You'll have people visiting your website, and when you design, you often start with what you like and what you prefer, but that's not the goal or the purpose of a website. When you're designing a website, you'll want to create a good experience for those visiting, because that'll make them come back, that'll make that they do what they should do on your website, because your website has a purpose, as you've studied in the past few weeks. So user experience just makes that you focus on your users, and you make that when they visit your website, they do what they're supposed to do. When it comes to design, there's a lot of things written, and there's people who have written stuff that explain it way better than I can. I've posted a link here, and you can also find that link in your class notes. It's written by Jason Shen, and I would just say go to that page and read through the whole post. You'll see that Jason gives a lot of overview. You can read the introduction at the beginning, but the general guidelines is what I would like you to focus on. I'm just going to briefly go through them. You focus on simplicity and focus, using white space, which is the space that is white on the edges of your website or your text. The alignment, do you align it on the left, on the center? Consistency, color, and then he gives a few design hacks, so how you can borrow from others, how you can find what others have done and just use what they've done before you. Using good photography, icons, typography, which is your font, and also the copy of what you want to use. So copy is a text that you've written, which you've done last week. What you should do is go through that list, read everything in detail, and you'll see that for every single section, Jason lists quite a few resources. Click on those and explore a bit. Once you've done that, go back to your website. You've done the basics already, and try to apply at least 3 of the suggestions of Jason. He has written a lot. It's too much to take in all at once. So just go to the resources, go to the suggestions, and focus on 3 of those aspects. And write those down somewhere so you can share with us what you've improved on your website based on what Jason has taught you. See you tomorrow.